Hi, everyone. Thanks for taking time out of your busy schedules. I know a lot of us are busy right now, but some of us are gearing up for Cultivate. So thanks for taking time to join us for our Know Before You Go Cultivate webinar, fireside chat. My name's Rain. A couple things. I'm on the marketing team here at Velosio. Everyone will be muted during the session, but we do have some time saved for some Q&A at the end. So if you have questions as we go along, please jot those down. And the session is being recorded, and we'll send that to you later today. So keep an eye out for that in your inbox. If there's anything that you want to take a look at and go back to, we'll be sure that that's in your inbox. But I'll hand it over to Todd and Melissa. Todd and Melissa are Cultivate veterans. They've been to Cultivate a couple times. I'm attending. This is my first time. So I'm super excited for what they have to share. But I'll hand it over to them.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Rain. Greetings, everyone. We're happy that you're here today. And we are excited to walk through a little Know Before You Go for Cultivate 2023.
Yeah.
I know, Todd, how many times have you been?
Probably 20. It's been a long time. With my previous job for 18 years, I went most years. Yeah, so I've been a lot. But I always really look forward to it. There's so many people I only see there really that are really good friends, actually. So it's kind of like a reunion. My wife calls it every year. She's like, "Oh, how's the reunion going to be this year?"
That's cool. That's cool. I think this
but it is work too.
Might be my 5th time. I think I'm certainly not as frequent as you. So let's see here. I am curious. We've got our first poll question today. Why do you like to attend Cultivate? So do you like to attend for new plant varieties? Do you like to hear about new products, tools, and technology? Do you like to hear about facts and research on the benefits of plants in daily life? Learning about important research industry findings or access to industry experts?
I'm collecting responses.
I think you already said you like connecting with people.
Yeah, I mean it's a great way to connect with people, and I really think a really great thing is that you can really get the pulse of the industry, because of the timing of the show, when everybody's there. If it was a good year, everybody's in a good mood, but you can really figure out where everybody's at, how good was the season, how was the weather, all those different things to really get a kind of a prediction of what next year is going to look like. So, it really is the place to be in this industry.
Yeah, and it's so funny. I remember last year at the State of the Industry address with Charlie, he said, will we be in a recession this time next year? And it was basically like 50-50. So
right.
I am curious to hear what he has to say this year.
Yeah, definitely. He's the rock star.
All right. Rain, did we get any
polls? I wanted to add real quick, 100% of people said access to industry experts in every horticulture segment. And I think that's
what I would have checked.
Really,
that's what I would have checked, really. I mean, there's everything there, any part of the industry, whether it's machinery or, inputs or liners, all that, to finished plants, to lighting, I mean, it's everything. And it's hard to even walk the whole show in one day, really.
Yeah,
it
was interesting. We've got a prospective client that we're working with. And he's like, I'm excited to go because all of you are going to be there.
It is great because, prospective customers, our customers, everybody's there. So if they don't have a booth, they're there, walking around. So it's just a great place that everybody's all in one place. And I really love Columbus. I think it's such a cool town, and everything's within walking distance of the convention center and all that.
Yeah,
I could do without the humidity, but yeah, that's always just a great welcome as you walk out of the airport.
California, right?
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
So what we've got set up today is we plan to really highlight some things about the show. So we are starting with our own highlights. I've got a couple slides we want to share today, and then we'll talk about the show highlights. We've highlighted some educational sessions, and I've got a surprise slide at the end as well.
Ooh.
So from a Velosio perspective, we hope you all come see us at booth 2754. We are excited to share the work that we're doing in the industry, the latest and greatest. Certainly, you know, we've been working in the industry for over 5 years now. You know, we started with consulting expertise in the Microsoft space, but we've been working in the industry for over 5 years now and are really excited to take a lot of those customizations that we've done one-off for growers individually into standard product and best practices with our SilverLeaf offering. So we're super excited to talk to you about all of the things that we are doing and how we might be able to help you achieve what you're looking to achieve.
And I think it's really going to be exciting too, because there was that picture on your last slide of you and Sarah. It's a great picture at our booth, but that was the first year that we presented, you know, as Velosio selling SilverLeaf, you know, which is our, you know, year-old product now. So yeah, I think I'm really excited to be there again and really discuss what we've done in the last year and where we're at now, and a lot more companies know about us. So it's really going to be great.
Yeah. Oh, are we doing the key giveaway again?
Yes, we'll have the magic or the box there with the prize, and you can come see if your key works. I think that's always a big.
Oh, that was so fun. Oh,
We are absolutely doing the key giveaway.
Oh my gosh, how did that not make it into the presentation? That is
No, we did forget about that, didn't we?
so
That's okay.
much.
It'll be all over social media, so that's okay.
That's
Oh,
right.
good. I'm going to carry on. The other thing that we're doing is we are also hosting a happy hour. So Sunday night at Goodwood Brewing, it's a 5-minute walk from the convention center from 5:30 to 7:30. So we would love for all of you to join us there.
Yeah, we did this last year. It was a pretty good turnout. I'm really looking forward to do it again. You know, it's always great to get everybody in that environment to just have a drink and sit back and kind of wrap.
Totally. I'm looking forward to that. All right, so now we're going to roll into the next 2 sections are really just about the event highlights. And so really exciting to see, you know, industry production tours on the lineup as they are every year. And, you know, if you didn't already sign up, I think the official word is they're sold out.
Which is a good sign. I think that's great. You know, when I was looking through some of those things, you know, I've actually I did a nursery tour one time. Usually I've always been in meetings and doing different things where I haven't been able to do too much of the tours or any of the educational sessions, but I was really happy to see that those are already all sold out. That's a good sign that there's, you know, good attendance. I think there was over 11,000 people there last year, which is, I think, pretty good year. So hopefully that continues.
That's awesome. That's awesome. We've got Ohio State Cultivar Trials. I might like to see if I can make my way over there and see what Ohio State is doing, but that's on Saturday from 4:30 to 7. So it looks like 300 annual and perennial varieties. Evaluation for landscape and container performance. So free.
Yeah, they have in-ground. You can see I even put a couple pictures in there. They have in-ground trials, and those are some basket and container trials there on that top picture. But you know,
Nice.
OSU, being from Michigan, you know, I don't really like Ohio State myself, but they do have a great horticulture program. And in my past, we've gotten a lot of interns and stuff from there. So they really do a great trial.
Well, since Ohio State's now getting a lot of my money, I'm going to have
yeah, right.
what they're doing.
Yeah, that's right.
Next up, we've got our keynote speaker. So this is interesting, Todd. You pointed out, you know, she's from outside the industry, but how to cultivate raving fans. So ways to grow your people, services, and customers. So Kate Delaney is an executive coach and strategic consultant, and she's going to be kicking us off Sunday morning, bright and early at 8 a.m. in the Short North Ballroom.
Yeah, and she's a syndicated radio host. I was reading up about her, and so it's really, like you said, it's cool that I think we have so much to learn from other industries in that, especially in marketing, merchandising, and that. You know, I can remember, I'm old, so this was a long time ago, but when we were first coming out with picture tags and things like that, and everything was in black pots, and there was no real marketing, and really the consensus at that point was like, why do we need, you know, we're different, you know, we're farmers type thing. And now marketing and branded containers and end caps and all of the things that, you know, you see Nordstrom or something doing. You go into garden centers now and it's like that. And, you know, I worked with Proven Winners for so long and they've always been pushing that. But I think
Yeah.
this is another thing where this is about really your employees and attracting and keeping, you know, good people. I think it's since COVID, for whatever reason, you know, it's been harder and harder for companies to, you know, more that, you know, this industry's always struggled with labor, but I think there's even a struggle with labor, like, you know, as office employees, customer service and things like that. And so she's really going to talk about how her journey creating the syndicated radio network. And she tells how hiring the right people helped her grow and radio network to 5 million listeners. So that should be really interesting.
Wow. That'll be interesting. Look forward to that session for sure. I mean, now, of course, I think we're all really excited about this one, the state of the
Yeah,
industry.
this is the go-to
Yeah.
thing. Yeah.
What would you like to say about this one, Todd?
Well, I think probably most people know about Charlie Hall. We actually had Charlie Hall kind of moderate a meeting in my earlier life in the industry, which was interesting. With, you know, only 10 of us with him all day. He's a pretty amazing guy, you know, and he you know, grew up on a farm, I believe, and stuff. I think in Illinois or something, you know, so he comes from the industry from his family, but he's an economist. You know, he works at the horticulture sciences at Texas A&M. I mean, he pretty much writes for everybody. You know, his information's everywhere. And so he, you know, there's going to be Ken Fisher's going to be there too, the president and CEO of American Hort. And I'm not sure who Craig, hopefully I don't butcher this. Yeah, Regelbrug, I think, but he's executive vice president of advocacy, research, and industry relations. But it's gonna be interesting to see where we're at because, you know, with inflation the way it is and all that, you know, and I think a common thought is like, you know, how can we keep raising prices? But we do, and people keep buying them. So so far so good. You know, I'm anxious to hear how different companies did, you know, in the season with the inflation and everything like that. But from everything I've read, you know, it's still holding. So I'm very interested to hear what.
Totally.
Really, I go for Charlie Hall. I got to be honest. I mean, the other two guys are great, but I think Charlie's session is definitely like the E.F. Hutton. You know, those old commercials when he speaks, everybody's really quiets down and listen to what he says.
That's fine. I'm looking forward to that one. And I have to say, Rain and I are attending this year, and I'm super excited. This is the first time we're attending Women in Horticulture. I think I've always seen it, but like never signed up soon enough. So we are in like Flynn this year. So Monday, we are going to a Women in Horticulture luncheon. It sounds like Marlene is going to be hosting us, and she's the director of marketing and communications at Ohio Corn and Wheat Association. So we're going to talk about how to build authenticity and leadership skills. Ooh, love that.
Love to be a fly on the wall on that one, but I'm not invited.
You are not included.
I am not allowed, but that's great.
5 levels of leadership, expand your relationships with others, building authenticity and influencing and leadership skills. I love this. So I am thrilled that we get to go. Well, I'm sorry, Todd. I'll
cover the booth while you guys go.
I'll take copious notes. Thanks for watching.
That's right, yeah.
I'll share my knowledge with you. And then this is a fun one. So Grower Talks is hosting Unplugged. I don't think I have ever gone to this, but it's Monday evening from 8 to 10 at Gasworks. And so they've got a few awards. So I just think that's a fun event. I think everyone's welcome to that. Is that true, Todd?
It is, yeah. I've been a couple times. It's fun. Chris Beatty's, who, you know, everybody knows from Grower Talks, and he's always doing his little TV show and radio stuff. But he's also a musician, so they usually, I'm not positive this is happening this year, but I think the Unplugged thing comes from, they have a band there and there's different industry personalities in the band and people sit in and stuff. So it's really casual, fun.
I mean, are you going to get up on stage? How can you?
I haven't yet.
Pick up an instrument and say,
let's do it.
Strum the guitar. What do you say? Anyway,
there you go.
That would be awesome. And then Franklin Park Conservatory and Botanical Garden Tour, also Monday evening. So Mondays there's a lot going on, 5 to 7:30. So I think there's transportation to and from the conservatory.
Right at the main turnaround. You know, we're right at the main kind of entrance. You know, there's several entrances obviously to the Convention Center, but there's one right like at the Hyatt where the bus is going to turn around and pick right where the new varieties in the hallway upstairs. But that's what's great. A lot of these things, they have the free shuttles and stuff, so you still don't have to use Uber or anything.
I'll tell you what, I want to do all the things. Evening of Excellence, we have attended this. So this is also Monday evening, 5:30 p.m. in the Union Station Ballroom. So Greenhouse Grower sponsors this evening, honoring the top greenhouse operations and growers. So super exciting to see who the grower, breeder, and operation of the year is this year.
Yeah, this is one of my favorites. One, because it's towards the end of the show. There,
right.
you know, there's great people there. Everybody's invited, but you get drink tickets, and I will say they probably have some of the best finger foods, I would say. So that's just an added little bonus. But like I said, this is always a great event. I believe everybody's kind of in a good mood. They know, you know, especially if you've had a good show. Everybody's leaving the next day. It's a short day. So this, for me at least, of the 20 times I've been there, is always kind of a closing things down. It's always great to get to this evening.
Nice.
Don't miss it.
All right, we'll be there. All right, so those were the general show highlights. And now I've got a little population for the exhibitors. So over 662 exhibitors this year, over 10,000 attendees. So we'll see if last year was 11,000, what our attendee count is this year. Move-in times, Thursday to Saturday. So Rain will be there with Rick Hall to set the booth up for us. That'll be awesome. Trade show hours, Sunday 9:30 to 5, Monday 9 to 5. Short day Tuesday 9 to 2, moving out Tuesday starting at 2, and also for those lucky folks who get to be there Wednesday from 8 to noon to continue moving out.
Yeah, it's always I think it's a kick to see the way that place looks before. You know, you're used to walking in and the carpet's all laid and everything. If you see it Saturday, man, it is pandemonium in there.
It's how it transforms.
Yeah.
Just blows my mind, and the takedown and how quickly it comes down never ceases to amaze me.
Right. It's always fun to see everybody just chomping at the bit to start taking down on the last day.
Yeah.
It's always a little bit slow as it leads up to the 2 o'clock or whenever it ends.
Yeah, on Tuesday. So I also took a look at some of the education sessions that really stood out. So Saturday and Sunday, I think the things that appeal to me are the ones like how do I become a better business leader? You know, I look for those technology sessions, thinking if I were an owner of a business, what would I want to learn? I noticed there are a few sessions on labor. So like H2A, we were talking about labor earlier and how getting employees is a struggle for the industry. So there's some sessions on H2A and H2B 101. I'm not sure the differences. Agronomics is hosting a session on investing in automation. I am eager to see, you know, Alex is doing a session on how to grow the best caladiums. I do love caladiums, and I'm actually growing them for the second time this year. So I'm curious.
Me too. I just planted some like 2 weeks ago. They're great. Home Depot has huge end cap displays of those.
I totally got them for the first time from Home Depot. So we got the proven winners this year. So I'm excited to see how they do.
And we love Abbott IPCO. They're just like family. So I'm very happy that Alex is doing that.
Yeah, me too. There was a session, someone's, I think, talking about Six Sigma. You know, I was exposed to Six Sigma in a previous life, so I'm excited to hear someone who is applying that to the industry. Mm-hmm. We've got a session here on improving profitability with AI and RFID, so I'm curious to see what they say about that. Production planning, this is right up our alley, not a guessing game anymore. Live inventory plays into what we do. I think there's a number of sessions on social media content, so I thought this was interesting, translating trends and turning it from a concept into social media content. And then session. Go ahead.
I never get to go to the sessions, but a lot of those sound really good. I think it's just a great event.
I'm going to see if I can sneak out to it a few. Like, I think I'm going to come in early on Saturday and try to really hit that like automation session and see.
I got to fly cross country on Saturday.
Yeah.
Takes me a while to get there.
I have a 90-minute drive, so I'm good.
Yeah.
Got some time management sessions, small greenhouse and farm technology, career path development, forecasting 101. I'm curious to see what they say. Some succession planning. Turn your boring plant expertise, again, into fun, catchy videos. So if I grow caladium really well, maybe I'll learn how to create some fun, catchy videos on my plant expertise.
It's good they're having a secession. We actually had a really well-attended webinar a couple months back on that. We had one of our customers that's involved with the company that's acquiring different businesses, and they deal with that a lot. So I think that's definitely really kind of seems to be kind of a changing of the guard happening of the next generation coming in and that.
Right.
So that's
Do
a
you
really big
exit
topic.
and sell, or do you build up your
Yeah.
business next generation? Right. That's a fascinating conversation, and what goes into that decision it interests me immensely.
Yeah, definitely.
So these were education standouts in the world according to Melissa. So take it as you will, lucky you. And last, here's my surprise slide. Are we ready? I mean, this is an important one.
So every attendee needs to have a very good coffee strategy.
What is our coffee strategy?
Right.
So I did a little, who are the artisanal coffee businesses close to the convention center? So it's a walk away. Got those listed. They're all close to Short North. You know, certainly we've got a reliable South Cafe and Marketplace in the convention center. And then if you got to plan ahead and be prepared to wait in line, but convenient and yummy is certainly the Starbucks in the convention center.
Yeah, and I want to check if they can do the remote order where you can order from your room with the app.
They do.
They do that. Yeah.
And they don't do it. But if they did, be all over that.
Yeah.
Maybe times are constantly changing. Maybe this year is the year.
Yeah, maybe they've gone mobile.
That's right. That's right. All right. Well, that really rounds out all of the material that we had lovingly prepared for our audience today. We hope it was insightful. I don't know, Rain, if we've got any questions.
Oh, I think you're muted.
Yes, we have a couple questions. Megan asks, for someone that's new to the industry itself, is there anything that you would recommend outside of today's presentation? Like learn the industry. I would maybe say the state of the art. That's what I'm looking forward to, but
yeah, that one's good. And then there's another one, the name fails me. It was probably just on your slide, Melissa, but there's kind of an intro kind of to the industry. And if you're new to the business, I think it's one of those things. It's back to the basics or something, I think.
Yeah, they're back to the basics. Session track offers a lot of like entry level content from what I've been able to see on the website. So I would take a look at that session track for sure for some industry knowledge.
Right, and definitely, you know, the state of the industry is definitely just a great discussion.
We have another question. This is a good one. Are business cards popular at this event?
Oh, that's funny, because I often think about that.
I forgot.
That's a good question.
Like every year.
Pretty much every year you forget yours. That's why I bring extra of mine so I can just hog the whole table. But yes, we bring them. But I'll say more and more people actually, I give them a card and they'll pull out their phone and take a picture of it and give it back to me. Is common. So I don't think we've ended the business card thing yet. Especially because you can lay them out on the table and at the booth and things like that. But so it's good to have them. So definitely everybody has them, but I think more and more it's going digital. But I don't know that it'll ever be completely digital or not.
Yeah.
No, one thing I would add, I've been in the technology software industry, but I'm new to horticulture, and Mance was my first show. And in tech trade shows, business cards have kind of gone out of onto the wayside, but in this industry, it just seems a little bit more personable. People really
We're always 10 years behind.
So
we're 10 years behind every other industry.
But I didn't have business cards at Mance, so we will have business cards at Cultivate. So I would recommend that we, any attendee, especially if you're new to the industry, you want to get to know people, have a business card so that you can follow up.
That's so good. I'm so glad for that question. And, thank God we've got here to help keep us organized and got us in a really good hotel.
And that'll
this
give you a
year.
reminder to remember your business cards this year, right?
Right, exactly.
Just
That
what we
makes-
needed. Well, thank you everyone again for joining us. This was recorded. I will send it out later today, so keep an eye out for that. But be sure, if you are attending, to join us at booth 2754. We have a really sweet giveaway where you try a key in a lockbox. And if you open the box, you're taken to an online shop where you can pick a gift up to $250. Your choice. It's like a little Amazon storefront. So we really make the choice yours. But we're really excited this year, SilverLeaf. We've done it. We've put a lot of investment into this solution. So we're excited to share that with everyone.
Yeah, I can't wait to see everybody.
I know. I'm excited. Bye, everyone.
All right, thank you.
Bye.